Welcome to Stackflow Tech. This is Emmanuel Meli, and I'm here for AL and AL objects. AL is the language that we are using in manipulation of Business Central Dynamics database, and we are using the AL, which is the application language, just like any other language, such as the Python, Java, and so AL is a language that works more specifically on manipulation of Dynamics 365 Business Central database. And when I talk about manipulation, I mean the way we may insert the data, we may want to modify the data, we may also want to clear or to delete the data from the database, or we may want to do any form of transformation for the data. The application language also controls execution of the AL Business Central objects. I will quickly highlight the objects that we have in Business Central, or the objects that the AL manipulates. Basically we have tables and pages. We also have reports and code units and XML ports. But for now, I'll just go through an overview so that I can explain a little less of what or of those AL objects. So I'll start with the tables. Tables are just in forms of rows and columns, just like any other form of a table. For basically, if you understand something on the database, but if you don't, no problem. You're going to catch up. But I will advise that you read more on the database and maybe the database management systems. The table extension, when it comes to AL, table extension will mean the customization that we want to do on the D365 objects. I mean the dynamic business central objects, the existing, such as the customer table. If you need to add another field in that table, you use what is known as the table extension. And for pages, pages is one or page is one of the objects in AL. It is used to present or to enter data to the tables, or rather to present data from the tables to the client. Pages also have page extensions where you can have maybe you already have an existing page in the AL. Normally, Microsoft have pages. So when you want to expose field that you had included in the table extension, as I mentioned earlier, you use page extension. It's not only field but the actions, which don't worry, these are the things that we are yet to know in the near future. We also have reports. Reports present data in form of documents that can be sent in or can be exported in form of an Excel, Word, or a PDF. So for AL, it uses RDL and RDLC. It also uses reports in form of Word, among others. XML port, this is an object that we use to maybe import data from the database, or we want to export the same data to the database in Business Central. For enums, these are the enumerators where we can store options. When we have, let's say you need to use a drop down, then it's advisable that you can use the enums. And finally, for now, we have the code units. Code units, this is an object which we can use to store our procedures or the methods. And the purpose why we are using a code unit, of course, there are other ways we can have our procedures, but it's advisable that we use the code unit so that we are able to reuse those procedures. We might want to reuse procedures by passing in different parameters. That is also a thing that we are yet to explore in the near future. But for now, that's it. for the AL and the objects. So I've just introduced the AL language, which is a programming language that is used by the Microsoft, and also its objects that are manipulated, that are executed by the language. And so, guys and my viewers, please give a like, subscribe, and share this content to other people that might need the knowledge. Thank you.